for joining us on As Above, So Below. We are definitely talking about mercurial energy, that is Mercury, and we're saying as above, so below. And to each and every one of you guys, thank you for being a part of my live. Thank you for being a part of the support team that we have, and we want to say thank you to each and every one of you guys that continues to comment up under these videos, share these videos, and hit that like button. As many as those that view my my broadcast, I want to say thank you for the onlookers. Also, thank you for those that are actually learning and growing, and hopefully we're becoming having a more healthier spiritual community in the age of Aquarius. We want to say salutations also to my Madrina and to my Padrinos, also to my brothers and sisters in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, and Palo. Whether you're a mystic or you're Ajay, I teach universal laws on my platform. They're applicable to each and every one of you guys. What's up, Jeremy? What's up? Salutations to you as well. Unveiling and what's up, love? God, yes sir. Gotta be in that number. I know that's right. And we got my Boaz, my Pisces in the house. We got so many, much love to each and every one of you guys. I want to say, if this is your first time in my live, my name is Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. I am the pastor and apostle of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, and my beliefs are deeply rooted in African tradition. What's up there, Shamari? I got you. I checked my cash. I got you, darling. All right, love. Thank you so much, my Taurus in the house. Italy, Milion. Yes, looking sharp. All right there, Taurus. Thank you so much. Alan Hudson. What's up, Apostle Eli? Yes, sir. And I thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Elena. Is that Elena Hudson? No, that's Alan Hudson. And then I got my eldest son in the house, Trey, my Cancer, and then I got Mama Susan. How you doing? How you doing, Mama Susan? Much love to each and every one of you guys. If this is your first time in my life, these are the cards that I read from. These are the 72 names of God, technology of the soul. Also, I want to say hello to Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, and Virgo. If this is your first time in my life, thank you for being a part of what we often say. We do not do cheering church. We do grown people. I talk to grown people because grown people make decisions for their lives. What's up there, Stormy, my Sag from Detroit? What's up there, El Bay? All right, BDC on, Sagittarius from Florida. And I want to say thank you to each and every one of you guys. I am Drake in Iligua on tonight. I want to say this. When it comes down to energy and frequency and vibration, remember, there's a yin and yang to each one of these. And Eshu would be the dark, the black, and then Igligwa would be the white. So in messages, we in life, this is our Bible study night. In life, a lot of times, I told you guys I have Igligwa talisman for a $100 donation, and I have Shango talisman as well. And the other ones that I have, they have to remain on the altar. My Obatala for 21 days, all of them. And I have Obatala, I have Ogun, and I have Oshun. I think that's the only ones. So I have these and those. I think I got 5 Orishas talisman. Anyway, but I want to say thank you for your support. Thank you for your patience. And I want to say personally, I'm waiting on Natasha to get on, but I think Elena, I have not got a chance to do her consultation, but I will get her consultation done this week. Thank you so much to each and every one of you guys for your support. For Minister Mario, son of Ochose, his daughter. She is yet 15 years old. In his passing and ascension, we thank you so much for your continued support and love and prayers also for her. You make sure to hit that like. I know that. All right, Bella said, make sure you hit that like button on the way in. Yeah, let's support a brother, okay? Now, this is Bible Study Night. Bible Study Night is where I teach and I explain things. And one of the things, even though I have topics that I share, Bible Study Night is about clarity. Bible Study Night is about understanding magic and energy and frequency and vibration. What's up there, my baby Scorpio? And also how to utilize it in everyday life. What's up, Monique 444 Cancer in the house? Now, let me do this for Darius. He already sent his offering for his incense burn. I'm going to do this before I get started. So reversal. Stop gossip. Before I get started, I want to make sure I get that in. Stop gossip. And 3 peace incense burns. I just really appreciate you guys and your love of support and gratitude for what I do on this platform. I want to say this as well. Some of you, I don't know if some of you are new to my platform, but those that are new to my platform, I am a one-man show. I had Minister Mario. He was helping me and assisting me in on my platform. He passed away in June, on the 21st of June. And I have been running this Operation Solo Dolo, and I do appreciate the support of Sister Monique assisting me and trying to help me get back on track. But I do realize that I do old school conjure, and I do all of my workings myself. And anybody that I want to explain to you guys what actually goes on when you have a spiritual practitioner or spiritualist that does old school magic. My grandma said to keep watching you, even though I was going to anyway. She said you are blessed. Ted Stormy, thank you to your grandmother. I appreciate her. That's right. I love old school. Now I'm going to be saying some things today, and I'm not striving to be offensive, but as a Sagittarius, I do realize that truth offends. What's up there, Natasha? If I'm not mistaken, I owe your daughter a consultation, but that because she's the only Elena I know. So I let her know I will be getting, if I'm correct, I will be making sure I take care of this week. So much has been going on. What's up, Jazz, my Sagittarius from Augusta? Yeah. And then we have Lydia. Thank you, Medifun Oshun. Okay, good. Okay, thank you. I was telling Monique, I was like, I think that's the owner, because I was like, it got to be Natasha's daughter, because I don't know any other Elena. So thank you so much. Until I do apologize, but I will make it up to her. All right. I always come through. Now, let me burn this for Darius. I want to talk about this tonight, especially if you're going to be following me or in support of what I'm doing on this platform. And this is not to say that other people outside of what old school magic is, that it's not magic. Energy, vibration, and frequency, how people utilize it, and how they do. Just because you can't cook a meal from scratch doesn't mean that you're not cooking. It's just that you can't cook a meal from scratch. And anybody that cooks a meal from scratch, it takes time. If you're a microwave cook, if you are Uncle Ben's cook, then you understand. I'm not gonna say you ain't cooking. I'm just saying it's different when you are getting somebody in the kitchen that is old school, that knows how to put things together from scratch, and so therefore it takes a lot more time and in-depth skill set in order to fix a meal from scratch. I just want to talk to my grown people today, and I'm not trying to offend, but I got to present myself in a manner where people can understand. When I say I am old school, they got to know what that means. And if you are going to practice conjure up under me, it is old school. I will say it again. I am 50 years of age. I will be 51 this coming December the 15th. Now, I can only teach you what I know. I cannot teach you microwave magic. I cannot teach you TikTok magic. I cannot teach you social media magic. What I can teach you is old school conjure. That's all I can teach you. I can't teach you this other stuff because I don't know nothing about it. You understand? I don't know nothing about it. So I can't tell nobody about it. Okay? And in order to be authentic and true to what I do, I always put that out so you will know. If I'm in E5, Voodoo, Santeria, Kumi, I teach conjure. I teach conjure. Frequency, vibration. I don't care what I'm into. It's magic. Energy, frequency, and vibration. Okay? So I just want to get that clear before we start tonight so nobody gets offended. Talking about you do it your way, boo-boo, and I'm going to do it the way that God has called me to do it. And we're going to call it what it is. All right? Now, what do Apostle Ely mean by old school magic? Old school magic, the way I was taught conjure and I was taught spirituality, is my spiritual dad told me, if you want to grow in power, it takes time. Anything that God, the Holy Spirit, empower, it takes time. It also, in real conjure and real magic, you learn how that the natural world and the spirit world go hand in hand. I have noticed in this new stuff is that it is more important that you learn filters and how to learn tricks and learn how to do gimmicks than being real conjure. It is good to it's easier to learn how to be savvy in your responses than manifesting actual magic and conjure to spiritual work. Okay, I did not learn like that. I learned how to understand my herbs. I learned what to do at the water. I learned what to do at the crossroad. I also learned by a teacher. I did not grow up here self-taught. I did not grow up learning conjure outside of structure. I did not grow up learning, and this is another thing when I say old school. Respect is a big thing to me as a 50-year-old. I see that a lot of people that learn through the internet and learn through books and all that, they lack a lot of respect when it comes down not only to conjure itself and the practice itself, but also to the people that are in it. I see, and I'm not saying, what's up, Alicia? I'm not saying that people don't disrespect other folks that are old school. What I am saying is that certain things were instilled into people that practice old school conjure that I do not see in a lot of these other people that are learning via internet, via other people. Because at the end of the day, your energy, your frequency, and your vibration, the quality of your work has a lot to do with how you set out and you structure things. And so my spiritual dad always told me about being a good steward. See, I learned that I can do root work, I can do talisman work, but I need to be efficient, and there are certain things you have to do to make it strong. And so it takes time. I have always learned from everybody that I have ever learned from, no matter what religion or tradition I was in, that in order to be effective in your conjure, you have to do old school. It takes time, and you got to watch your work. You have to be efficient. My spiritual dad told me, he said, listen, you don't charge nobody for work that you cannot manifest. So what he told me to do, he said, go into the newspaper. This is how I learned. He told me to go into the newspaper, find somebody that's going to court, and work on, forgot to put do not disturb. Anyway, so y'all forgive me, I forgot to put on do not disturb. So he told me, and I was 13. He said, go in there, and he said, you work on their case, and you see how much you can affect their case. I started doing courtroom cases very, very young. But this is the thing in business aspect. You should not be as old school until you're proficient enough to actually do the service. Then you shouldn't be charging. I'm in the church, so we don't do charging, we do donations. You understand? But my concept, when I say, why are we losing old school magic and ATR? Because we have too many book witches. We have too many TikTok witches. We have too many people that are practicing magic based off of what they feel and what they think, not because they have any real foundation. How can you truly be out here servicing the community in any form of magical system when you're not proficient in that magical system? You're not proficient in your discernment. You're not proficient. Let me explain another thing. In order to guide people, you need experience. Like, how many people out here trying to teach certain spiritualities, and they have very little experience in them in everyday life? Okay? Now, you got to be a road opener, whether you use Abri Camino, whether you use Metcafu, whether you use Papa Legba, whether you use Elegwa, whether you use Eshu. Road opening work, old school, is understanding that you're there to create an opportunity. But the person that's old school understand that you got to get up and make that opportunity happen. We got too many people that are trying to do money magic or open their roads, and they sitting home on a couch. They sitting there telling you, oh, make me get a job. Make me get a career. Make me rich. Make me this. They think that it's about twitching. I'm just telling y'all. The reason why people cannot explain a lot of the magical practices the way that I'm able to explain, because they're not old school. And then they have not tested the methods by which they teach or they express on social media. Huh? Anybody from old school not going to tell you their recipe. Any old school cook out there is not, I don't care if you their child. They're going to teach you how to cook, but they're not going to share their recipes and probably until they die. They might got a book somewhere and say, okay, when I die, I'm going to pass my recipe on there. But they, old school people that practice real conjure, are very sacred and very private about the things that they do or how they do what they do. Just because I come on social media and teach you about universal law does not mean that I'm going to share my recipes or my secrets with anybody. There's too many people are in haste to be famous. This is why we're losing a lot of, and the reason I'm saying this because a lot of people don't want to sit down and even be taught. I had the distinct honor of learning while I was a child, so I was already in that mode of listening to my elders and listening to people. But a lot of you guys are trying to practice magic, and you're trying to. But old school magic is you got to sit down there and get and educate yourself. You got to follow instruction. You got to do that thing when you were told to do, how you were told to do that, and then you come back and follow up and check up on that thing. You understand? I don't understand. Like some of y'all want people, y'all get a consultation or you get work done, and on tomorrow or 3 days later you look. That is not my magic working cycle. This is why I'm able to explain. What's up, Royal Artiste in the house? Let me tell y'all something. Love work, courtroom work, breakup work, reversal workings. If you're gonna let me do conjure for you, then a part of, let's just say I'm working to bring peace in your relationship. And a part of bringing peace and doing the working to bring peace is also about you eradicating the behavior that disrupts your relationship in your house. A lot of y'all think that magic and spell work is about you forcing an individual to accept your bad behavior or your misconduct or your dysfunction. And that's not old school magic. Huh? Old school magic, what my grandma said. You can get more with honey than you can with vinegar. Like old people and old school magic is sweeten them up. Huh? Get nice. As my mom would say, nail them to the cross. Go in there and put it on her or him. Calm that thing down. Take them out to dinner. That's still magic. It's still energy. It's still frequency. And I don't understand how you expect these traditions to last with all this microwave mentality, with all of this lack of training, all this lack of submission to learn and to see how it is actually done. That's when young girls used to go in the kitchen with their mom and watch her cook or watch their daddy cook, or the son go and watch their daddy do things. We don't learn like that no more. Huh? We watch a couple of videos and then we start getting our business card. We look at a couple of people that we don't know whether that person's proficient in their manifestation or not, but all they did was put some stuff in a candle. I can do that. What makes you a real conjurer, a root woman, or a mystic, or AJ, a shaman? Have you been proven and tested by other people in that same profession? I've never seen so many people that claim to be about the tradition that you don't want to be tested and proven to make sure that you, as an individual, can do exactly what you are called to do. Even Moses said, "Who shall I say sent me?" I want to know that that was not a mishap that I made that happen. I want to know that I can execute that same working over and over again and get the general manifestation, because everything ain't the same all the time. But the general manifestation gonna come because that is something I'm proficient in. Yep, a smile and honey on the tongue. A home cooked meal made with love does a lot. Thank you, Alicia. This is the stuff that you don't understand. This is why some of y'all think spells don't work or conjure don't work. It's because you don't understand that you play. I cannot do protection work on my job and not go to my job. And I am Chief Apostle Ely. I am going to get fired. You can be the greatest mystic, the greatest agitator. What are you doing? You out here doing protection work and you speeding by the police and you mad you got caught. You were doing 121 miles an hour in a 35 miles and you don't expect to be caught. Like, you watching too much X-Men on TV. Magic is energy. It's subtle energy that is behind the scene, moving and shifting things around in your favor as you continue to work alongside with that said energy. When you are doing any kind of conjure, whether you're doing dark magic, I've never seen so many people, because I'm old school. If I curse a penny, I don't want that penny in my pocket. I don't want it in my car. I don't want it in my house, because I understand that that penny has negative connotations on it because I cursed it. How are you working and doing dark work on a man or woman and then you turn around and sleep with them? That's not old school magic. That's stupid. That's dumb. That makes no sense to me. If you're going to do dark work and destruction work on a man or woman, why are you sleeping with them and exchanging energy? And wondering why you're messing up. Why are you doing work against somebody and then you going around them? It makes no sense to me. Want a hot foot powder and still stalking the person you say you don't want to bother you. Thank you, Alicia. Contradiction is still magic. You cannot be out here professing that you want to succeed in life and not understand life itself and not understand and also lacking life skills. Let me say this again real slow. You cannot say, whether you're an Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, Palo, Mystic, Ajay, don't matter. You cannot say you want to do better in your life and not understand what life truly is, and then you lack life skills. So it doesn't matter if you do an ebo, it doesn't matter if you do conjure, it doesn't matter if you decree a thing, it doesn't matter if you pray about it. What's up, Karen O'Brien, my Gemini? It matters when you're sitting down with somebody that is old school in conjure versus somebody that is a new school. I don't know what else to call. I don't know what to call these people. A lot of these ATRs are ancient. They have been existing for thousands upon thousands of years. But you got so many different people that just do not want to learn. They just want to be able to do spells. They just want to, all I got to do is put out. It's not that. The law of correspondence. The law of rhythm. The law of synchronicity, understanding how these things work and why. This is why old people can cook on top of the stove. They can cook in the oven. They can cook on a wooden stove. They can cook go outside on a campfire because they understood the heat. They understood how long that thing had to sit there. They understood how far from that fire it needed to be. They understood whether that peanut oil was going to pop. They understood. The issue that a lot of spiritual practitioners have with clients these days, you didn't really have them kind of issues back then because it was a level of respect that people had for preachers, teachers, conjure men, conjure women. But there's a lack of respect because too many people out here trying to sleep with the people they claim to be trying to help and serve. See, I was taught old school, you don't mix business with pleasure. You don't, I'm going to say it again. I'm old school. You don't mix business with pleasure. That's what I was taught. My spiritual dad said that. If you going to sex them, don't do no work for them. I'm going to say it again. I don't care if you're in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo. It is certain things that old school keep you out of a lot of trouble. Huh? If you there to learn conjure, then that's what you need to be doing. But if you're trying to get a date or trying to get you some dick or some ass, then that's what you need to be clear and leave the spiritual part alone. Huh? You come to him or her after hours. Because there's no misunderstanding. You understand? There are certain things that I operate in and I function in when I'm teaching and instructing people based off of how I was raised up spiritually. I cannot account how these other people practice voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi. Like, old school understands how to use rainwater. Old school understands the dealing with storm water. Old school understand that if you can't, like Mother Susan came to my house and she I had stuff. She was like, "Well, Apostle, what kind of cleaning stuff is this?" This old. Listen. I learned backwood magic. I learned magic and spell work that's not in books. You understand? I understand how to deal with the earth. I understand how to get the butter from the duck and the blood from the turnip. That's how I learned to do magic at its most rawest form. All this other stuff is cute. That's why I can do any type of incense. This is why I know how to fix any type of can. Because I know how to work with the bones. Because I learned old school. She said, just finished collecting me some storm water. And I guarantee once you use that storm water, you're not walking in that water. Once you speak of that, I've never seen so many people throw magic out there and they run right into their own magic. This very thing they pray about, they walk in. The very thing that they come. Listen, this is old school. Why are you working on the woman that is sleeping with your husband that you is sleeping with too? Because whatever you put on her is going to get on your husband and eventually work its way back to you. I'm going to say that again. Old school makes sense. You don't even know how to come up with a strategy how to get results. You cannot work on him and her and then still be sleeping with him. Or whoever y'all sleeping with. We're losing a lot of powerful conjure, a lot of powerful working, not because of the ATR, but the people that are getting involved, they're not interested in learning anything. They're trying to get to the top of the mountain in 48 hours. They're trying to become tatas, mumbos, hugans in 2 and 3 weeks. This is a lifetime journey. What's up that Minister Madam May? When you get a reading, people back then knew why they were getting reading and they were trying to fix their problem. Some of y'all get reading just to entertain yourself. You're not even trying to be intimate with people because you actually want them. You're just more interested in trying to take them from somebody. That's not old school stuff. Old school is about longevity. Old school is about building something. When you look back over, you see where your work and your labor done been. Old school is about you actually understanding whether you can do that in season and out of season. See that nothing fast lasts. And that's including a man. Let me tell y'all something. I don't know who raised you. I don't know who taught you. I don't know who you're impressed by. I don't know why you impressed by them. I don't understand. Right now I have Shamalangas. I know about Obi, and I'm not offering any of those services until I am proficient. I'm old school. Just because somebody gave me a tool don't mean I should be out here doing this. I like that little conjure with purpose. Huh? You just got food in the refrigerator you can't do nothing with. I'm old school. I got a refrigerator and a deep freezer. I'm 50 years. I'm old school. Huh? I'm still, when I got a pair of drawers, I got a backup pair of drawers. You understand? I'm old school. I got an undershirt under my shirt. You understand? I'm old school. I got a J. If you don't know this, I'm going to say this again. I don't know whoever work with me. I have a JOB. I work for United Parcel Service. I'm 28 years in, going on 29. Whatever I do after my main job because y'all don't pay my mortgage, you don't pay my bills, you don't take care of Apostle Samuel Ely Jr. You understand? And that's including the church folks. I'm old school. Huh? I'm old school. I was taught that if you want respect, you got to give respect. You understand? No other grown man got to tell me to respect them because I'm going to respect you. That's whether I think you are what you say you are not. You getting that off the rip. You understand? You only get disrespected when you disrespect me. But for me to be worried about what another man or woman doing, that is not old school. Respecting the conduct that another man does. Actually having a conversation. Speaking your mind, saying what you got to say, mean what you say. All this stuff is old school. And people right now, these days, they say stuff and forget about it and go about their business. Your word is your bond. Not only with people, places, and things, but also your spirits and your ancestors. People, old school people had respect for their Bible. If you are who doers. Your conscience. Your prayer cloth, you couldn't find it to save your soul. Where is your egg stick? You don't even know. You don't even have no respect for the spiritual tools you got. I have literally left work and forgot to put on my stuff and turned around. That's old school. You don't invest your energy, your time, or money in something and then mishandle it. I know. I don't mind being butt naked, but I ain't going out in the world butt naked. You understand what the apostle is trying to say? Old school has nothing to do with not being up with the times. It has nothing to do with understanding technology and marketing, all that. But a lot of you guys, you doing more marketing than you doing conjuring. Y'all know why I'm able to get on these platforms and talk like that? I was learned old school. I had to actually know what I was talking about. I had to explain to my spiritual teacher what I was saying. I hear you, Alicia. I know that's right. Let me tell y'all something. You know more about the Orishas, the Loas, the Mpungo than you actually know what's in your spiritual court. That's dumb as hell. That's like knowing more about somebody else's family than knowing about your own. Your ancestors going to ride with you if the Orishas walk off from you. Your ancestors going to ride with you if your Loas walk off from you. Your ancestors, if the Mpungo walk. Your ancestors are you, baby. Anybody old school know that. You don't diss your bloodline for nothing. You start and honor that first. That's old school. You connect your ancestors with the Orishas. You connect your ancestors with the Mpungo. You connect your ancestors with the Loas. And then you trust them to work it out. No, you want something to happen in 24 hours because you got an ego problem. Because you want to show somebody else that you powerful. Because you not validated within yourself. Because a lot of this new stuff, you not doing no inner working and maturity. You ain't really trying to learn how to watch how this process go out. Because if you're old school, you know how long it takes to cook a 25-pound turkey or a 25-pound ham. See, when you old school, you done that so much, you can look at that turkey and say, you know what, and you know what type of temperature to put it at. See, when you old school, you can look at a problem and say, you know what, girl, you need to go, gal, you need to go on over here. Daphne, what's up there? Old school. Don't get your hands caught in the cookie jar. Some of y'all leave all kind of spiritual imprints out here in these spiritual streets. You know, old school, you flush the toilet because you don't want nobody to get your urine or your feces. You old school. Some of y'all too nasty to be practicing conjuring. You so busy worrying about making dinners to sell them that you didn't clean your kitchen. And a part of selling stuff is people eating from a clean kitchen. You don't want to mess up your skill set because you don't have a good presentation or foundation by what you basing everything on. Another part of old school, my grandmother used to say it takes money to make money. What are you saying, Apostle Ely? I don't care what you practice. If you're doing spiritual work, why aren't you reinvesting and upgrading your product? Why aren't you reinvesting in your foundation? Why aren't you reinvesting in your, whatever you're working in, why aren't you pouring your money back into that? While you out here trying to impress everybody else that you drive a Lamborghini? Huh? Living in an apartment. Your money investment in your classes, it should pay for itself if you old school. Everything I do pay for itself. My uncle told me, he said, if you buy a truck, it need to pay for itself. If you buy a car, it need to pay. I came from a business background. If I'm going to be in relation with you, it got to pay for itself. One of the things, my son is on here. Let me tell y'all something. Some of y'all need to go, because if you can't get it from home, you got to get it from somewhere. One of the things I teach my kids, and I've always taught my kids, and what was taught to me, because we talking about as above, so below, is mercurial energy, which is the mind of Mercury. I always taught critical thinking. I'm going to say that again real slow for all of you newcomers. I teach my kids critical thinking. That has a lot to do with being able to look at something, observe it, and then to use an analytical mindset and break that thing down and find out the cause and effect. Break it down to the lowest common denominator. And then you come up with a conclusion. And then you check and balance that conclusion with somebody else that's sober-minded. I had some cousins out there. I was like, okay, I'm a truth teller most of the time. But you out here telling, you going to court and that's the lie. You want your child to go to courtroom in front of you. If it don't pass us, it shouldn't go into the courtroom. Why is it that we are run around here and claim to be spiritualists and we lack certain foundation because you're not old school? Because an old school man or woman would never step out into something unless they are proficient in it. Because they don't like being made shame. A lot of you guys out here talking about stuff you ain't even experienced. You out here using language and lingo that you don't even understand where it is connected to. You out here talking about deities and spirits that don't even fool with you. Because you don't care. Old school people, they care. That an old school woman care how her potato pie tastes. The old school man care about he being called lazy and sorry. It's certain things that old school people care about their reputation. Old school people in conjure got receipts. In order for melanated people to regain power, you have to have a foundation. You cannot be this type of person that is out here trying to compete with somebody, trying to get to some imaginary finish line. Why are you trying to outdo somebody in Ocha? Why are you trying to outdo somebody in Santeria, Lacuna? Listen, before I got crowned, certain people dealt with me. Now that I'm crowned, you don't fuck with me. What's wrong with you? It's something wrong with that. I am the same individual. That lets you. Why is it that other people, when they start excelling in certain things, you don't want to be seen around them at that point because you don't want them to outshine you? Because not everything is about outdoing somebody. When you're supposed to be doing spiritual work for your client and doing what's best for him or her, you ain't supposed to be out here competing with other practitioners, because it doesn't matter if they got 5,000 followers, whether they got 1 million followers. At the end of the day, is there any signs, wonders, and miracles being performed? I don't care how many times you go to Obatala. I don't care how many times you go to Iligua. I don't care how many times you go to Yemiya or Madre Agua, whether we're going to Zarabanda or we're going to La Serene or whether we're going to Papa Legba, whatever you work with. What happens after you meet them? What takes place after you meet? Old school cares about their results. Just like naturally, an old school man don't want his meat in his vegetable, all that running. What some of y'all be fixing plates and damn juice all over the place. Don't fix me no plate like that. You gonna have problems out of me. It needs to look like an orchestrated meal was laid on my plate, and I do my conjure the same way. Things need to make sense. There should be a rhyme or reason by how you do stuff. You got shit all over the place. You got stuff thrown all over the place. But you don't want nobody to say nothing. Being about your father's business is old school, y'all. I might not be that great on social media. When I mean techno, all day I like organized play. Let me tell y'all something. Every old school person knows that their work speaks concerning them. All of these other people out here that you're not trying to, I don't want nobody working with me and feeling a certain type of way. I try to correct stuff. I try to give people opportunities. That I really, really, really mean this when it comes to old school magic. You too cute to get down there in the swamp. You can never work with me doing swamp magic. There's certain things that, like, I'm a good looking man, I'm fine, I'm sexy, I got all this stuff going for myself. But when it's time for me to do magic, it's time to get dirty. When it's time for me to win a war, it's time for me to get bloody. When it's time for me to turn a situation around, it's time to crack some bones and break some skulls. Like, it's time to get with the come on. And some of y'all want people to get down and dirty for you, and you ain't got no, your money ain't long enough. Just like your prick ain't long enough, your money ain't long enough. Y'all want people to get out here and risk their life and put their ashtray, their chin and stuff, and then you yourself won't. No ma'am, no sir. No ma'am, no sir. If I, being a lotus in the swamp, exactly. Let me explain something to you. If you value real conjure, if you had been around a real old school conjurer, a lot of behavior a lot of y'all wouldn't have. A lot of you would be a lot of older people that do and been older, even though I'm only 50 years old, they'll mess with me in conjure before they mess with some of these older people and the younger people, because they don't know old school magic. You don't have certain a dignity about what you do, huh? You don't believe in bringing people together with the intent of them being having a happy home. You're more interested in somebody coming back and they ain't coming back right. No gloves when I dig in the dirt. I know that's right. When you want to grow and develop, you got to understand nature. You can't understand real magic if you ain't in nature. You can't get in nature if you're in the house in the air conditioning. You can't get in nature if you won't get out there in the water. When I got certain initiated, we were in those waters. We was in those rivers with the alligators, whatever was in the rivers, we was in there with them. Yes, we were taking precautionary measures, but at the end of the day, you got to get in there. You can't do work with Yimmy y'all Oloku and you won't get your ass in the water. You at the pool party ain't got in the pool yet. It makes no. You been at the barber shop and ain't got a haircut yet, huh? You down there sniffing on the wop and the cooter and you ain't licked it, you ain't stuck it, you ain't did nothing. What you do? If you're on the toilet stool, do something. Why you wasting people's time? Old school people ain't with that. They money ready, they ready to do what they gotta do. They're about business. Old school conjure is about business. Having your tool, being proficient in your skill set, knowing how to communicate to your people about what you're doing. You claiming to be a spirit. I done been initiating all these practices and nobody's confused. You in all these traditions, you from one thing to the next. You from Buddha to Muhammad to you're Jamaican one week, you're Chinese another, you're an Arab. Like, damn, I feel like you a one world orgy. You don't know what you dealing with. You got to understand, old school magic is being overlooked because it's about what everybody running to, what everybody excited about. And at the end of the day, you can't bring it. At the end of the day, you ain't even committed enough because you ain't old school. Because if it ain't happening in 2 or 3 hours or 2 or 3 seconds, you on something else. Huh? Old school magic, if they got to fight you for 50 years, that's what they're going to do. They ain't going to never give up and give in. That's right, it takes time for a good pot of beans. Come on here, somebody, huh? Let me explain something. You got to love what you do. You got to be into what you do. It cannot just be for money. It cannot just be for clout. It just cannot be for fame. It just cannot be for name checking. It just cannot be for all this other stuff that social media makes it so readily available. It has to be about the practice. It has to be about you actually chosen to do that practice. It's actually that you have to be committed. You have to be committed to yourself, your spirits, and then you have to be able to live. You must be able to function in life. You also need to be an example of the very practice that you're in. That's why it matters to me how I come and present my magic and my spirituality on this social media platform, because I'm old school. It matters to me when I'm working for you, and then you think that I'm just going to stop. I'm gonna leave. I'm not gonna go to work tomorrow because you sent me $20. No, you got to make it worth my while. If you can go and work with Miss Sally or Mr. Greg, and they do your work for $20, baby, go over there with them. Don't waste your time fooling with me. Because I'm a grown ass man. I'm a man with real bills and real responsibility. And I'm not going to stop running my life to your life unless you pay me. Huh? Since I'm the church, unless you donate to me. You got to think about it. Real grown people understand I got all this going on, and then you want me to stop what I'm doing to handle your business, but you don't want to pay me to put aside my responsibilities. That's what you got to do. Maybe the other spiritual living with their mama or living with their dad or living in an apartment, maybe on Section 8. I don't know. But Apostle Ely always be up front with y'all. You gonna pay me for my time because I can't afford to live on what these other people live on. I can't afford to keep this luscious scheme. I can't do that. And I'd rather give you to somebody that you and y'all can work together than you to frustrate me or you, because I'm gonna be looking at you crazy. If you got to save up for me, do so. But if you can't wait, baby, find you somebody else that's in your pocket range. Huh? You ain't got to bust a blood vessel in your life in order to work with Apostle Ely. Because if it's meant for you to work with me, your ancestors will make a way. If this is something you want, and this is how I get down, and this is how I maneuver, I don't have time for all that fairy tale. I don't. This is what it is. This is what we're going to work toward. And this is how much time and energy we're going to put to that. That's how I believe in putting the work in. If it manifests the next day, the next hour, that's fine with me. If it don't, it's still fine with me. Because I understand the cycles. I understand all that. Old school people understand the wind don't blow one way always. You ain't got to tell that to them. Don't waste your other practitioner's time or money. I know that's right, Shamari. Let me tell y'all something, baby. You don't want to get caught up in the ATRs getting stuff. What I mean by stuff, all the fetishes. It's no different than being in the Christian church. You got the robe, you got the Bible, you got the cross, you even got the tune that they use to preach the gospel. You done got your little short mic and a little microphone and a speaker. You got all the amenities that go on to making you look like a preacher. But if God has not sent you, you don't have a word for the people. You can't preach what God has not spoken to you. You understand? You can say something, and that's the same thing when it comes to any other ATR. You don't want to have the outward adornment of the practice, but you yourself cannot manifest anything out of those practices. Huh? You are the energy, you are the connection, you are the generator, you are the nuclear power plant. And if you at this stage of your life still making bad decisions, what do you think, what kind of magic you gonna work? If you at energy follow thought, if you right now are still not making good decisions for your own life, you're still not able to discern what's good or bad for you, whether it's dietary or whether it's friends, whether it's lovers, you still struggling with that, then what kind of magic you really going to manifest in your life if you're doing your own magic? When you can honestly admit that you still out here making bad decisions. So what's really going to go in that mojo bag? What's really going to go in that conjure? What's really going to go in that candle? Your energy, your state of mind, your emotional state. I got you, Jealous Sweet. Much love to you, baby. Listen, all I got for you and all I'm going to have for you is the real, the raw, the direct, the upfront. All of this glamour, all that's nice, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I could tear your ass up And then we dress up and make it look cute. But at the end of the day, you want me to tear your ass up. You don't care how good I look. You want me to tear your ass up. Okay? That's real talk. You can dress a house up, but at the end of the day, you got to be able to handle business. You can have a beautiful kitchen, but you got to still at the end of the day know how to cook. You can have a beautiful bathroom, but it need to work. Y'all understand? Real magic, real life. It's better decision and being committed to people and things and being able, like right now, I can go to any of these places that I have been doing business for years. I have a great name with these people. They like doing business with me. If I go to somebody for a short time, they end up liking me. Not because I done did a spell. I know how to do good business. I know how to treat people because I know how I want to be treated. Some of y'all wasting time with spells instead of getting your mind together, huh? And if you want to French kiss somebody, first learn English. What do I mean by that? Brush your tongue. How you out here trying to stick your tongue down somebody's throat and you got all that gunk on your tongue? Brush your damn tongue. That's what you do. Get your teeth together. I'm old school. That's what I mean. Stuff got to make sense. You ain't got to leave. If you want to work with Yahshua, Jesus Christ, I work with you there. You ain't got to leave Christianity to do magic. You don't have to leave Ifa to do magic. You don't have to leave conjure. You understand? Whatever you into, we can work with you because universal law apply to everybody. But one thing you need to do is be true to yourself. And I'm going to say this again. I'm old school. To all of my gays and my bisexuals and my whatever you know, same sex attraction. Listen to me. You have to protect yourself very, melanated people, you have to protect yourself very, very differently than other people. And let me explain why. People that already have a problem with you, before they find out that whether you gay or bi, they got a problem with your melanated skin. Once they find out that you're gay or bi, it's even deeper. And their energy, you are allowing it to work in your life. You have to be a discerner. At old school, know the tree by the fruit it bears. Ask your ancestors. They will find you somebody that is going to honor who you are. You don't have to change for nobody to do conjure work with you. And listen, I'm not fit to learn the extensive language of Spanish in order to do conjure. I've been doing conjure for 50 years without speaking Spanish, without speaking French, without speaking Yoruba. Now I do a little something, a little here and there, but I'm not going to lose my mind because I'm not a Spaniard. I'm a Nigerian. I'm a Negro. Some of y'all out here, you completely ain't even trying to do magic no more. You trying to fit in with somebody else. I don't have time for that shit. I'm 50 years old. I'm here to do magic. I'm here to learn magic. I'm here to do conjure. I'm here to manifest. All that other stuff, if I don't never know how to make a tortilla, it's fine with me. I ain't grew up on no tortilla anyway. I'm still blessed. Sorry, y'all. It's just what it is. It's just too many of y'all, you so busy trying to fit in. Peace and be this young. This alive pop up on my feet. Well, thank you for being with us. I say this to encourage many of you guys that are in the practice. Sir and ma'am, old school, it is a process. Old school, it is learning, applying, mastering, and then proving by other proven vessels. I said this before, I'm going to say this again. I would rather have a C or D at Harvard than to have an A+ in some of these people's schools. Some of y'all, it's best to be chastised, shut down by somebody proven. And whatever you learn or grow is real than to be around somebody that y'all all flattering each other. Ain't none of y'all being real with each other. You don't know if they really believe you a child of oh y'all not. You don't really believe you don't really know if they really believe you a child of Yemi y'all not. You don't really believe they believe you a Hugon or a Boko or not. Because y'all all flattering each other. Ain't none of y'all bitches being real. You only complimenting her so she can compliment you. How real is that? Sir, be real. You ain't even got to like me to work with me. If you really about old school, we make money with people all day long. We don't get. I don't spend my money with you after I'm done making money with you. You know how many people at UPS I don't F with? But I'm getting my check. I'm not gonna stop making money because me and you see different visions about life. Some of y'all crazy. We don't even have to practice the same ATR and we can still make money together. We don't even have to like the same sex, the same height, the same weight length, none of that, and still be able to make business together. Because I'm old school. I'm not going to go hungry because I don't like you. I'm not going to be thirsty because it don't make no sense to me. I'm old school. That's just how I am. So I'm just saying, that's how I think, that's how I teach, that's how I do my conjure. And I'm not changing. I'm 50 years old. Most men, it is what it is. Some of y'all out here still trying to turn that Toyota into a Mercedes. What did my Boaz say? Amen, Chief Apostle. That's why I'm glad my ancestors and spirits guided me to you. I am black and gay and striving to be better. And I've seen changes learning from Chief Apostle. I know that's right. And guess what? Love you to death and don't have a problem with it. And in my platform, you will not be tolerated. You will be respected. It's a difference. I don't believe in that. All that other stuff. I don't even have to grow as a person. If we gonna believe in energy, frequency, and vibration, that's what it is. But disrespecting people, dishonoring people, and you call yourself old school, you ain't old school. What happened to the days where we used to say stuff like that? If I was hungry, I wouldn't tell you. That's old school. Everybody ain't in your business. People done live and died and even know Mr. John had a whole family across the road. A whole family. Live and die. Today's society, everybody business, everybody blogging about everybody business. I ain't with all that. That's a good way for me to burn me some stop gossip and put some reversal on your ass. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in getting in other people's business. I don't, that ain't my thing. What you do is your business. That's just how I roll. I'm very much at peace with myself. Huh? Only person need to know what kind of draws I got on is the person that's up under my nuts. You understand? Other than that, it ain't nobody else's business. Shango better not be looking too hard or he got to get his ass out of my house. Sometimes I walk by his cage and his prick is sticking out. I said, what that's out for? You don't pay no bill. Put that back in there. Put it back in there, in the pocket. Only prick gonna be sticking out here is mine. I don't even put up with it. Shango cannot walk around here with a hard on in my house. Better do it when I'm going at work. I'm just speaking for me. Call the animal, we call it what you will. Amen. I am glad I was raised with my great grandparent and great aunt. They taught me. So you know I'm not lying. Some of these other young cats, young women out here, they looking at me like I'm crazy. Huh? People don't take pride no more in washing their ass. I don't care what kind of sex you do. You ought to do it in a clean way. You can get as dirty as you want when you're clean. I ain't never told you not to get your freak on. I'm not against that. I'm old school. We believe in getting the freak on. Praise God. All right. Let me make sure I ain't getting nobody. If anybody want me to do an incense burn or make sure I got it, because it is hump day. And y'all know I believe if you ain't happy, hump till you get there. I believe in that. I believe in miracles. I hope that some of you guys take what I'm saying today seriously and actually start becoming a better spiritually by respecting what you do and putting real effort in what you do. I think I got everybody. Okay. I'm good. I appreciate y'all. Let me see what Natasha said. Lydia said, amen. She said, a lot of people were fortunate to have the teaching growing up, and a lot of people are looking to learn because they didn't get the teaching. Let me tell you something. I have certain some of you guys that I have no problem teaching, but I have a problem with other people that are out here teaching people and they're not teaching them foundation. You guys that are learning from me are here every single time, basically like the church door is open. You're gonna grow because you're consistent. I can tell, let me explain something to y'all. I can tell you guys that really want to learn because you're here. Whether it's through one of my classes, whether it's through me on the live, because you can't learn. You got to show up. But these people that do drop in got more to say than a little bit. Let me tell y'all something. I come on here because I care about the ones that want to learn. And I want to utilize social media in a positive manner that people that got some common sense, you might not know all the spell work that I do. You might not know all the enchantments that I do. But I always encourage people, never leave your common sense. You have a right for stuff to make sense. What she said, what Natasha said? Absolutely, I've been waiting to receive the wisdom from you like a drug. I know you can grow because I know what I teach and I share works. Because I use it myself. My children are on here. They'll tell you. I'm not telling you nothing I wouldn't tell my children. I'm not telling you nothing I wouldn't tell my niece. I'm not telling you nothing that I wouldn't discuss with my mother or my uncle. I can tell you I'm here to help. But there are certain people out here don't understand. I'm old school. You have to invest. You have to sacrifice. You have to really understand. And then make sure that other people respect and value your time, your energy, and money. Nobody can make you do that. I have begun to really learn the energies of the plants because of you, not just the spiritual usage, and see the difference in my working for me. All right, thank you, Sir Alicia. Let me tell y'all something. I've been doing this a long time, and I have learned from some of the best. And I'm talking about people that got paid high dollar. I have learned, and I am sharing some stuff and some truth and some reality. And if you just take, if you don't, let me say this in my closing. If you don't ever let me do conjure for you, just take the wisdom. Just take the knowledge. Just take the clarity of the understanding, and I guarantee you will do better. If you just take that, nothing else. You don't get no incense burn. You don't do no candle work. You don't do no graveyard. Just that. If you take the, because it's the truth. I know it works because I live by it. But if you working with somebody and they're not old school, and then you go some of these other people that, you know, they microwave and they learn different, and I ain't kicking on none of that. But that ain't for me. I want to know that I know that I know that I know. I want to be able to do this blindfold. I want to do this up under pressure. I want to do this if I was hurting. I want to do this when I'm crying. I want to do this with my money. This is what I do, and I can do it well. And I don't have to light a candle to do magic. I don't have to light incense to do magic. I am the damn candle. I am the magic. I'm old school. I know that. I'm the one who use these tools. That's why I told somebody, I said, I'll take a paper clip and tear your goddamn world to sunder with a paper clip. Play with me. I ain't these other people. They out here faking the front and getting all kind of stuff trying to scare you. I'm not interested in scaring you. I'm not interested in making horror hall. I'm not interested in faking front. That ain't what I'm in. I'm interested in results. I'm interested in getting my respect. And that take work. That take manifestation. And that take a relationship with your egoons, your ancestors, your muertos, or whatever else you call it. With that shit. You don't even know how to make a good old chicken noodle soup from scratch. And Negro needs some chicken noodle soup going trying to get rid of this cold, and you can't even make it from scratch. You out there talking about Campbell soup. Huh? Then I'm going to go fuck Campbell soup and fuck you. Over. Because you don't know how to make some chicken noodle soup from scratch. To help me. But you want to talk about you ready to do magic. Then how you going to do a potion? If you can't make chicken noodle soup from scratch, you damn sure can't make a love potion from scratch. Same concept. Alright, I'm done. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Hit that like button and comment up on this video. You got to help these people. Don't just help me. Help these people get to some real truth. Some old school. Just straight up old school. I like having a conversation with people that I can reason with. Thank you. Much love to each and every one of you. Y'all know I love you and I appreciate you. And I hope y'all enjoying the festival. Is you feeling my illegal outfit? Is anybody feeling my illegal outfit? No, I got on white. Tell my padrino, I got on white. Because I ain't supposed to be in black. But illegal is black and red. Y'all feeling this? Because eventually, if it go well, I'll have it on my website if we with there. She said, you wearing it. All right. Ain't nobody else commenting? Ain't anybody else feeling this? Anybody else feeling this? Huh? Bo, what it look like? Are you feeling this, Bo? Are you feeling this? Mama Susan, are you feeling it? Lydia said loving it. Alicia said yes. Huh? Keish say, wait a minute. Keish say styling and profiling. All right. There go my Boaz. All right. Damn. Show me some love on this freaking. Monique, where you at? Got those suckers second. I'm very answering, looking good. Karen O'Brien said love got me them hearts. All right there. Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let them. You like the white one? That's that Obatala. Oh, all right, Monique. Find Monique Sunday. I'll be come in and throw it and chop her. You ain't say nothing about my outfit. Did all that. I think Mama Susan came in here. Sister Jackie. All right, Sister Jackie. Love it. She great color. Yeah, yes. Okay. I'm trying. I'm striving. All right. Much love, y'all. Thank you so much, love. I'm actually feeling it. Just I don't know. Just I ain't really been getting a lot of rest, trying to catch up a lot of stuff. So I'm starting to get some rest. You know what? I haven't even did my ceremony with my piranha bone. That's just how far I normally be inching for that to put it in the pot, but I ain't even got that done yet. All right, guys. Love, and appreciate you so much. And I'll see you guys on the flip.